This is the Randi Rhodes Show on 960 KNEW and online at 960KNEW.com.
Now it's time for Republican do's and don'ts. Today we take a look at how to react to the verdict in the Zimmerman trial. Let's start with the don'ts. Making a very rare unforced error is Newt Gingrich talking about the impact of race on the justice system.
I think race has an enormous impact on decision after decision.
Ouch! See where Newt went wrong? In those first two words, I think. Yeah, that never did anything for a Republican. And then Newt compounds the problem by thinking even more.
And I think it would be very healthy for the country and for the Congress to reevaluate both the criminal justice part up through court, but also to reevaluate the whole way we've dealt with prison.
Thank you, Noam Chomsky. I think Newt needs to spend some time on the couch, and not the one he shared with Nancy Pelosi in that global warming ad. Ooh, cooties. Look, the verdict in the Zimmerman trial was a clear miscarriage of justice based on inherent racism. In short, the system works. So the don't lesson here is don't overthink. Just coming to that conclusion might be overthinking, actually. Cut it to don't think, which brings us to our example of do. Do keep it short and sweet, as demonstrated by Congressman Andy Harris.
That's the way the American law system works. Get over it.
Ooh, that's good. Do get over it. Thank you, Andy Harris. That's it for this Republican do's and don'ts. Remember, gang, keep it simple, because simple is our voting base's middle name.
It's true. It was weird last night. They had Newt Gingrich on as part of this discussion about the race and the justice system, because it's become really obvious that the one place in America that there is no justice is in the justice system. We have so many tiers of justice, and I've been talking about this for years, right? The idea that if you do white collar crime, you're pretty much you go away scot-free. You know, you never really get prosecuted. Insider trading isn't prosecuted. Fraud isn't prosecuted. The ratings agencies that, rated garbage, AAA, and, all the collusion that went on there, the stealing, the biggest bank heist in the history of the universe, the global banking meltdown was the biggest heist in the history of the universe. It was bigger than the Lufthansa heist. I mean, it was huge. And nobody went to jail for that. And then, of course, you've got, people who, can put together some money and have a defense. And then you've got everybody else who can't afford a defense, and they end up with a public defender or a plea bargain because they know, even though they're innocent, they know that they can't count on the justice system. So they'd rather take 3 years for something they didn't do than put their lives in the hands of a public defender who's got 1,000 other cases just like theirs. They've got a black face. They know the jury isn't going to relate to them. The jury's not going to really hear them. They're not going to be able to, really fight the prosecution, which is the full weight of the government. And so they just take a plea deal and they end up going to prison for something they never did. And then you've got the reverse, where if the victim is black and the perpetrator is white, the jury doesn't relate to the black victim at all, to the point where they dismiss any testimony that was given by a friend of the victim who is also black, who can testify that she was on the phone and the phone records check out, who can testify that he ran away. And that's also corroborated by the perpetrator's own voice on a 911 call. Crap, he's running. So, and then the jury sits there and says, oh, he should have ran home. I mean, where was she during this trial? Of course he ran. George Zimmerman said he was running. Trayvon Martin was running. Rachel Jeantel said, he was running. Everyone said he was running. And then you could hear George Zimmerman get out of his car and start running. And you could hear a 911 operator tell him to not do that.